Sorry, I'm just a little shook up still. There was... Well, the first thing I saw was a man just ran straight down this street here, farting at the top of his bottom. And he looked absolutely petrified. It was quite a haunting sight. And I looked to see what was happening, and it was TVs, Bruce Batman, and Clark Super Kent having a good old-fashioned man wrestle up in the tower up there. They were really going at it. They were pinching and pulling hair, and then Clark Super Kent just gave Bruce a good old thunder strike up the guts, and Bruce he just couldn't take it. He just stood and he had to poo his bad pants. But there was dignity to it. There was dignity, and it made me think. Some men fart and run. Some men, the guys earning the big bucks, they stand and they poo. It affects 1 in 13 men. So, get them checked, boys. Get them checked. Let's all get them checked. Come on. I went grave robbing with Chuck Berry. We got in a bit of trouble. Good thing him and no karate. A-chunk, chunk, 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 hoi, ahoy, a-chunk, chunk, chunk, hoi, ahoy, on Mount Everest on a clear day, they say you can see the back of your own head. Do, re, mi. Maybe Baroness Schrader should lay off the pink lemonade for a weekend. Max, don't you ever say that again! Jackpot! Blade, lay it on me. Who's your favorite superhero?
Oh, wow. It's probably Gambit, to be honest.
Gambit? What's his special power? Because I've heard they all have these.
Oh,
these special abilities, powers, like wizards.
Yeah.
Right.
He can turbocharge objects.
Like a battery?
No, but more like he shoots them.
Shoots them? Wow. Do you know who my favorite... Shoots what, actually? What are we talking about?
Sometimes cards.
My favorite superhero has got to be Tony from Frosties. Because have you seen his work? He's everywhere, Blade. Shooting up and down, playing basketball sometimes, running really fast. Powers, like a wizard. You into him?
Is that really a superhero, though?
Yes, I think so. No? Not really a superhero. More of a...
Just...
spokesman for Frosties.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to think about it then. I don't know who my favorite superhero is. Off the top of my head, no. Got no one. Let's move on. Okay, Blade, I've got it. It's definitely, if my top 3 Windows innings, number 3 has got to be Viv Richards, okay? It's Edge Basson, which, hey. New shoes. Nice. Blade, that ladder is unsafe. The film we are reviewing tonight has been bubbling away in the minds of schoolboys since Bob Kane, in a job interview, said, "I can probably draw chins." Snap to 75 years later, and snidey Zack Snyder is crotch-chopping into a mirror in a dirty caravan when he thinks to himself, what's the best scrap? Ollie versus Foreman, Lara versus Warney, Booth versus Lincoln, Kramer versus George, Hansel versus Gretel? No, none of the above. It's Justice League America versus the Avengers. So let's just get this out of the way.
He has the power to wipe out the entire human race. If we believe there's even a 1% chance that he is our enemy, we have to take it as an absolute certainty.
The greatest gladiator match in the history of the world. God versus man. Day versus night.
You're psychotic.
That is a 3-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds.
I've known a few women like you.
Oh, I don't think you've ever known a woman like me.
You know the oldest lie in America? Is that power can be innocent.
This week, we're reviewing Batman versus Superman. And we are joined by film expert Booker Woodford. Welcome back, Booker.
Hi.
And John Butler, who is a mechanic for fairground rides.
Thanks, I.
Hi, John. Booker, your opinions on comic book movies.
I'm a big comic book fan. I love comic books. And I would say the first 10 I watched, I had some excitement. And from there on in, it just feels like a 9 to 5 shift now.
Watching them.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
Yeah.
John?
I don't read comic books or graphic novels. I used to watch the Adventures of Spider-Man or whatever it's called.
I'm glad somebody has time to enjoy themselves when there's so much at stake.
How dare you!
Okay, so we're really in a good position to review
Yeah,
this
we
film
should really
because
pause.
I would say that I am mainly bored by comic book movies. I usually like the first kind of 2/3, and then the last bit I just want to leave the cinema. It
There's
drives
some
me
exceptions,
crazy.
right?
I think Watchmen,
Yeah,
Dread.
that was
I think those are good. So let's get into it. John, your first reactions coming out of the cinema. What did you think?
It was all right. Yeah. They tried really hard to, with Batman, I mean, that was mainly where I was judging it from. A representation of him that was somewhere in between the Christian Bale and then the 90s version of him.
7 million. Never leave the cave without it.
Possibly it was one of the most boring third acts to any comic book film I've ever seen.
Good Lord, that's a sweeping statement.
It was, maybe though that's because it's built up on like so many moments of like misery coming out of comic book films, being so bored by the crashy, bangy, wallopy stuff. And this just felt like...
I hate those wallopy bits in comic
Those
book
are the
films.
worst
Those are
bits.
They drive me
The
mad.
crash bits I can handle. The wallops, what are they up to? I thought it was a lot better than the Superman movie
Yeah, it
that
was.
preceded it.
It was.
Because I found that movie very irritating. Whereas I didn't find this irritating. There was bits that I was like, I don't really know why they did that. But on a whole, yeah, pretty good.
And I tell you what, Jeremy Irons was really good in it. He was there.
Oh yeah, he was there. He was brushing his teeth as he got onto set, I would say.
I can't remember who played Batman.
From now on, until this time, zing, spoilers. Let's open it up with the first bit of the film. We saw the Batman prologue, whatever. We saw him get his wife get, not wife, his mom and dad
His
get
wife
killed.
or something. Yeah.
Why do we need to see that again as an audience?
I know.
Is there anyone who doesn't know that story?
Do you know what I think it is? They just like doing the pearl necklace thing.
Yeah, that was a bit lame.
It was just
I didn't-
pointless.
Yeah.
It was kind of like we could have been in the movie by that point. And I thought the start was good, the bit with where they showed the
Whatever
the
they
end
are,
of the last
Kryptonian.
Superman film from Ben Affleck's point of view.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I thought that
And
was
I totally
strong.
understood that because I watched the last Superman film, so...
Yeah, so you were on top
I was
of
in,
it.
yeah.
Did you watch this one?
Yeah.
Well, let's just get on to it. The Bat. How did he do? How did Ben do?
I think like he loosely based this on, some of it on a comic book, The Return of the Dark Knight.
You're talking about the whole film now? Or are you talking
No, I'm
about
talking
Ben
about
Affleck?
him, it's like being older and seemingly changed and come out of it a little bit. Not completely like comic book, but there's some comparisons. And in a way, like when I first saw it, I didn't like it. Because I don't like change.
Who does?
No. I thought he did okay, to be honest.
I thought he was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to hate it, and that's the thing. Like, I want to be
Why?
like... Because I'm still in love with Christian Bale, I think.
Okay, I thought you were going to say Elektra.
Yeah, I was thinking that because he looked a lot like Daredevil's dad.
So does every guy have to go through all this just to find out your name?
Try asking for my number.
I wasn't too hot on Batman getting out guns and shooting people.
Okay.
I didn't really
Shot
get
a lot of
that.
people, didn't they?
Okay, let's get... If we get to that, that's one of my biggest problems with the film.
Is that in the comics?
No.
You're a comic expert, Booker. Tell me, does Batman shoot people?
No, and one of the most interesting things about his character and what makes it difficult for him to exist is he
Big
doesn't
hands.
kill people.
Yeah,
Big hands,
big
and he doesn't...
And he dresses as a bat.
Dresses like a bat.
Yeah.
Doesn't tell anyone who he really is, and he doesn't kill people. One of the great moments of the Batman with the bloody Heath Ledger Joker guy, you know, film expert,
Yeah.
is that he says you've got a boundary and Joker hasn't. You've got a limit. But in this film, he's just shooting people with guns and killing people. So
Yeah.
where's
Yeah,
the
abandoned them.
Cracking people's necks.
Yeah, so he might as well have just gone around with an Uzi and just
Or nuked them.
whatever.
You might as well just nuked them all.
Clarke, is it all right to just have a hand? Like, so I went to the bike racks and it appears my...
New glasses.
Just, yeah, replacement glasses actually. From the ones
You look fantastic.
So I went up to the bike racks and it looks like my bike's been double locked and isn't it your lock?
Yeah.
Is it cool? Is it okay to get the key for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So it's
Hey, Blade, why don't you just do anything you want to do like you always do?
yeah. Okay. Yeah, good one. I'll go and check with the other guys.
Should we talk about...
What, when Clark Kent got in the bath?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
It's all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty
I
good.
like that.
That's quite a nice little scene.
Yeah,
One of my
that's-
favourite Superman moments ever. So this guy's got...
Okay, Superman. So he got a lot of stick for the first film. Old, what's his face?
Yeah.
Henry Carnival. Henry Carnival.
Kal-El. I think,
Carl-El.
yeah.
Carl Eldorado. I don't think he's a bad actor.
I thought he was good.
Yeah, I think he's...
I think he's better than he was in the film the first one I didn't see.
And you know the bit in the trailer where he came in and took off Batman's mask and was going like... And I remember thinking like, Jesus Christ, that looks terrible, that film.
But in
Well,
his defence, he was
in
out
a
of breath,
dream,
wasn't he?
it?
That was a dream. You watch it or not? Actually, I thought most of the dream stuff was crap, but
Yep,
I liked
pretty all pointless.
yeah.
I liked Bruce Wayne's dream though, where it went into the future.
When he had a coat on.
Yeah, that was good.
That was really confusing, though. I thought it was the bad guy dressed as the bat. I was like, oh, what?
I didn't.
Why were there insects around?
Yeah, that was.
Do you know
What is that a comic book thing that I don't get?
I don't know. I'm not an expert, but It felt.
Well, you were an expert, but yeah, okay.
So I was saying it felt as if they shot something else, and they just dropped that in.
Well, apparently there's going to be an R-rated version of the film that's 40 minutes longer.
But there you go.
Can you imagine sitting through that shit?
3 hours.
Never will. I never will.
When I saw the runtime, when I was stood in the cinema, I was like, Jesus Christ. Wasn't it pushing 3 hours?
220, wasn't it? Something.
Geez. Yeah, I just thought,
Yeah.
leave that to Jackson, mate. John, what did you think of the baddie?
Jesse Eisenberg, I like him.
Okay.
And he was basically playing his character from The Social Network. That's
I thought he was playing Jim Carrey's character from Batman Forever.
So, Mr. Nigma, what's on your mind?
Precisely. What's on all our minds? Brainwaves.
Where did that come?
That was pretty tense when he gave that guy the cherry sweet.
That was fucking mad.
Do you know what that seemed like? It seemed like, you know, you hear those things about, like, you know, Robert De Niro in Cape Fear, where he put his thumb in what's-her-face's mouth, and they were like, good God, this guy is incredible. I think on set, he did that, and everyone went like, wow, he just put a sweetie in his mouth. And everyone
But he was still really careful when he did it.
And plus, who was that character anyway?
Yeah.
Just a guy who's like shipped in to get a sweet put in his mouth.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't even think you needed a villain in it.
No, well,
Because the dynamic between the two was good enough.
Yeah, I never thought of
They
that.
were
It's
each
true.
other's villain.
Yeah,
Because they had different points of view on the world, which is what villains usually are anyway, if they're well-rounded.
I don't think the reasons that they fought were at all times justified. It was a bit weak. And like Batman saying, like, we've always been criminals. What? You haven't. That's the point. But you had to fight against that. That's Batman's.
Yeah, no, but I saw that as he was an older, more hardened Batman who'd sort of he'd had to face the fact that he was a vigilante and what he was doing is illegal. You know.
The Brandon?
Yeah, he's gone a bit too far in his old age.
Like him.
I didn't think that. Yeah, but that was the Batman that they chose to show, and I feel I got that character. Maybe even if it wasn't the Batman you wanted to see, I understood his motives.
I just felt it was a little bit as if he wanted to shock us, rather than.
You're talking about the director.
Yeah.
No, you're talking about Bruce Wayne. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
When I get out of jail, will you take me on a date?
We'll have plenty of time to think about that, Catwoman. Several years, I'm afraid.
It made sense that he wanted to stop Superman, and I thought the other way made sense as well. And I was with that narrative, and then as soon as they added Lex Luthor as a kind of like, no, I've got you all.
That was scary, man.
Well, that was him.
Yeah, wacky.
Yeah.
Wacky.
Well, I don't know. My background is like in theater, and in theater, you're normally overacting.
And if you thought that bit was crap, let's add the cherry on top.
Yeah.
Dame Edna. Wonder Woman. Why? Well, we know why, because they're going to do a Justice League movie.
No, but why her?
Why that character? Why did that character need to be in that movie? Take her out, lose half an hour. And even at the end, what does she do to the big monster?
I thought she was crap.
I thought she was with you.
Yeah, but he didn't. He knew. He's been talking to the whole film.
So did I. Yeah, in fact...
Actually, yeah, that is a good.
Yeah, he's been talking to her. He was emailing her.
He's emailing her. They're on bloody
Snapchat.
They're Snapchatting the whole bloody
They were,
film.
yeah,
You've got to watch it.
Let's just see how strong you really are, lady.
And Hans Zimmer, his music, which has been, for the majority of Nolan's
interested
Batman's
what you
films,
say about
has
this.
been really good. This one,
Terrible.
yeah,
was
he was
terrible.
just like, he was doing over the phone, I think. And like most of his interns did it. When Wonder Woman turned up and there was that...
The guitar stuff.
Yeah.
It was...
And she was just going... And then she got out a sword and... It was like Superman couldn't beat up the big monster. This is a big monster, by the way, that comes about. We don't need to explain it. There's a big monster.
really
Of course
boring.
there is. They needed a big monster. Yeah.
Batman versus Superman is such a massive concept and great idea. Why is there a big monster and a woman with a shit sword?
I know. It came at a part of the movie as well where it felt like the movie was over.
Yeah.
Once
There's
they'd
just
sort of
something added on
stopped
top.
the Batman and Superman fight, you thought, well, yeah, okay, that's we're done here.
Yeah.
And I don't like the bashy smashy wallopy stuff. I don't like wallops in most comic book films.
Yeah.
And I actually thought that it was quite
Their
well
fight
done.
was the best bit of the whole bashy smashy wallopy stuff. But it
I'll
just
tell you what was really cool.
go on.
When he was dragging Superman. When he started swinging him, I was like, they lost me. But that bit where he's dragging him, I thought, yeah, Batman. Show that man how to wear pants properly.
My bike's obviously just been double locked, and I don't understand how I'm supposed to get home
Blade!
at that point. It's like,
Blade! Take off that hat.
the Wonder Woman like conundrum where it's like Lex has got dirt on me, and it was like some like pixelated photo of her from the First World War. This is her way out. That's not me.
That's when they introduced that music for the first time. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Imagine that in another film. Someone's just got a picture of someone from World War II, and it just started going. Dun, 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 dun. It was.
Do you know the only film that works?
Crazy. Dean's gonna die. Dean.
Oh
yeah. My God!
So ambiguous. I didn't really get it. It was just.
I don't get it.
When he
It's like they both coincidentally Martha.
Okay, so Batman is just about to stab Superman in the face with a kryptonite spear, and he says, "Martha's gonna die," and he goes like, "I know that name," and then that's it. The fight's over.
Yeah, I think he ran out of ideas.
Surely, after all this sort of philosophical stuff like, no, I'm doing vigilantism right, no, I am, and it just ends with someone, oh, we got the same name for our mom.
I think he's got the concept of Batman versus Superman. He's got a great pretext to it in terms of the comic book, and he's obviously from Watchmen. He's got some ability to be a storyteller.
That's a great film.
Yeah, it is. But when it came to the crucial moments in this film, he ran out of ideas.
Gotta shoot him in the head.
Do you think they're going to have the multiple Superman? But
then it made
would
massive
they
money.
do that? Because that was an interesting thing in the comics. I remember that from when I was younger.
You sound like a comic book expert.
They had the guy, Shaquille O'Neal, with the hammer.
Steel. Man, I could be Robin.
You wanna know what you can do to help?
What? Anything.
Don't tell Grandma.
Robot Superman. They did, didn't they?
Yeah, Superman in jeans.
No, it's Superman in jeans. He was my favourite.
I didn't it looked completely different to Clark Kent as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Had the bloody jeans and the boots.
And they also had Christopher Reeves in a wheelchair, which was weird. But anyway. Ben Affleck. Good?
Yeah.
I thought he did well.
Yeah,
I want to see him direct and write, because he's a better director than Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
And I think, let him make a Batman film, because it'll be bloody good.
It'll be better.
Henry Carnival?
Good.
Good Superman.
I thought, because
He acted his pants off.
We're done.
Okay, Lois Lane.
I like her as an actor, but I don't think she's very good.
No, she's not. It's just not good casting.
No.
No.
She doesn't fit the role.
No,
at all.
she doesn't. Yeah.
She's not Lois Lane.
No.
Who is? Terry Hatcher.
Thank you.
Much better.
Yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Computer genius.
He's one of those Silicon Valley mad guys. No, he's not. He's shouting. Have you seen him shouting? Lawrence Fishburne.
Larry.
I think he's good.
Oh,
I
don't know.
Do you know, I've got a bit of a... This is one of my
I like
crushes.
Lawrence Fishburne.
I've got a real crush on the guy.
You ever seen Deep Cover?
No.
That's a great film. That's a better film. Fishburne versus... I can't remember who I'm talking about. I'll get that again. Fishburne versus Goldman.
Goldblum.
Let's keep this in. Jeremy Irons as Alfred.
He's lucky he was playing a butler because I think he was still wearing his slippers when he turned.
Yeah, he's like a nice guy.
He's good in Time Machine.
Oh, I was just going to say that when they open up the files and they get the...
they show every...
To all the characters, they look so fucking shit.
Oh, yeah, I know. And it was like a trailer in the middle of a movie to a movie you don't want to watch.
It looks so... It's soulless. If you're watching a film, you get that, you're instantly pulled out of the film. It's going, oh, there's another £12 on it. And
they had all the guys, didn't they? DC
all
guys.
those tip-top blokes.
All the big ones, all the big names.
They had Merlin.
Yeah.
Neptune.
Neptune was there.
Neptune was there.
Neptune.
I can't wait to see Neptune.
How's he going to protect his granddaughter?
They had Visor Boy. They had Visor Boy, Neptune, Quick Child, and the guy who lives in the boat, Popeye.
Yeah. So what's that film going to be?
JLA.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
16 quid with the 3D glasses. Bring your own. Bring your own. I'm telling you to bring your
You got any spares?
Yeah, I got loads. I never bring my own. Hi, and welcome to Cable Car to Solution. This guy got beef. This guy got beef. Let's settle it. Jackson.
17 years ago, in Westbury Town Centre, I attended the largest Morris dancing convention ever held in Wiltshire.
Good Lord.
3 years ago, this young buck...
I'm just going to tell you, I'm not so young. No. It's the lifestyle and it's the dance that I dance that makes me seem younger than I am.
Okay, guys, I'm confused. What's the beef?
17 years ago, biggest convention. Yesterday, I held a service. I held a service in my local
biggest
field.
ever.
Hey man, Clarke, I'm going to
cut the record.
Let me cut through this, okay?
There's no one coming to my classes anymore.
There's no one coming.
No.
So you
Guess
you
where
didn't beat the
Guess
record.
where they are?
No, they're at my
Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
No, they're at my samba class, man.
Samba?
They're at my samba class, yeah.
That's
I come into the village.
It's
African dance.
Our dance is all about sex. It's about passion. It's about community, okay? It's about community, getting together, men and women.
So you like Morris dancing?
Please.
And I think Morris dancing is shit. And it's
old.
And there's no point
and the
to
swearing,
it.
we know swear. This country, we know like swear. But we do like Morris dancing. But we like samba.
Excuse me? Oh, if everybody likes Morris dancing, Clarke, then why are they not going to his shitty class? Why are they all coming to me?
less
Because
with
there
the
are no
swearing.
women. There are no women at his classes. The women, mine are mainly women. Okay, they dance with me.
So you have the women, you have the men, no?
Oh, no, there's a lot of men at mine as well.
So...
17.
Yeah, 17 years there was a... Yeah.
Clarke, do you like Morris dancing?
I'm not a big dancer per se.
But it's not even dancing, so I excuse you for that. It's just walking with a stick and stupid clothes on.
He came round my house.
I think you're being
He came round my house in the middle of the night.
Did he?
I did, yeah. I was trying to inspire him, but I was
in the middle of the night.
You kicked my bloody door down.
I didn't kick his door down. I kicked his door open. Now,
that's breaking and entering.
Yes, it is. But listen to me, Clarke. Listen to me.
I will, but this is getting very odd.
Yes. Okay. So I wanted to inspire him. I said, "Come and dance with us. Come and learn. And then so I started to. He wouldn't let me in, so I started to dance in front of his...
On the lawn or in the house?
No, this is outside his garden window. So I was dancing to him.
So you were in his garden?
Yes, I was in his garden.
You entered over a fence?
No, I went through his gate. I am a gentleman.
You should lock your gate.
He jumped over the gate.
So anyway, Clarke, the reason I kicked the door is because he closes the curtain. So I thought I'm going to kick his world and blow it open. So I kicked the door down. I start dancing down the corridor. He comes in, he's shouting at me. He calls the police, and then he tries to hit me with one of his fucking sticks.
This is crazy. You can't hit people with sticks. You can't be breaking and entering. I tell you that.
Even if it's a crime of passion.
It's not. Well, it's a crime of passion, and it's also a crime of crime. The law.
It is a crime.
It is a crime.
But the law is...
So is hitting people with sticks. So I don't think either of you...
The law is to be bent and dance with children.
Okay.
But I got a point for you, Clarke. I'm outside of Londis, Westbury Town Centre.
Right.
17 years ago
Years
to the
ago,
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah.
good
Oh,
reading.
yeah. What do I see? 29 of the finest dancers.
Morris
dancers.
I think this is going to end with there being lots of Morris dancers.
Yeah,
and now there's
everything
not...
ends with there being lots
Yeah,
of fucking
okay.
Morris dancers. But the problem is that
well,
there
the
is
swearing
no
again.
Morris dancers anymore.
Swearing again.
Clarke. Let me ask you this.
Please,
question, okay?
please.
Has any woman ever approached you or talked to you dressed so stupidly?
Oh, no.
And also, have you ever got laid off the back of it?
No,
I don't
that's
think
not.
so.
Let's
I
keep
know
this
the answer's going to be
professional.
bad.
Come on. Right,
Hey,
okay.
I'm a professional man.
Don't take that beef with me, because I'm just the adjudicator here, pal. And I think, to be honest,
Let me ask you
some of your choice of language has been absolutely
Swearing.
disgraceful, and whatever country it is you come from. I
Hey,
think...
man, it'd be nice if, mate.
Oh, can I ask him a question, please, Clarke?
Okay, but let's hurry this up.
You asked me about the women. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes is the answer.
Yes is the answer.
I understand you.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
I've been
I
with...
think I've got...
Oh, you've been with women.
Okay, I think
he's been with women, yeah? Was it 17 years ago? Because everything things that happened fucking
Don't you dare
17
talk about
years
17 years ago.
No.
Westbury Town Centre, that's
Oh,
all.
Westbury
There are
fucking
women
Town
there.
Centre, Clarke. Is it the centre of the universe for this clown?
Okay.
There was a woman there.
I think let's do this. Neither of you can dance for 2 years.
Is this natural, Lauren?
Yes, this is the law.
Outside or inside?
Outside.
Well, that's...
Okay, we've solved the problem. They both got beef, but really it was about self-control. And they've proved they can't do it. So let's just get on with the show. For the girls and boys at home who don't know, this is the scoring system. Number 1 is out for a duck. Number 2, leg by. Number 3, reverse sweep. Number 4, boundary. And number 5 is, of course, a 6. John.
Reverse sweep.
Ooh.
Yeah. There we go.
Booker.
I'm going to give it a fucking leg by.
Wow. And you swore as well, so you meant it.
There were parts of the first half that I thought were like, yeah, this is interesting. Overall, I came out, I was bored, and I just think it's got to be judged on the fact that he bottled it in lots of different ways.
I'm also going to give it a leg by. And I would say pretty much for the same reason. I think the bad decisions in the movie, it seemed like it was pushed by the studio, so much of the film. Left to his own devices, I think Zack Snyder makes Watchmen. He's definitely a better filmmaker than this film. But overall, it's just a mess of a movie.
Yeah.
And it really, it bottles it. That's perfect, Booker. Well done. So, Clarke Cable Film Review Report gives Batman vs. Superman a leg by. Okay, Blade, play us out. Do you know what? And who the hell wanted one? It's something. Who's Wonder Woman? She was quite the gal.